everyone. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the Colorado Rockies. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll. And on the hill today, Martinez. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Bouchard hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
So digging in, Vaughn Grissom, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Wow. Good luck catching up to that one.
1 down. Base is empty.
0-1.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And another ball. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Masataka Yoshida getting ready to hit. Right side. Jones hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth, the third baseman,
Rafael Devers up to hit. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Pitch misses there. 1-0. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the 2nd game of the series. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And that one finds the forest. It's out of here. A towering shot to center. Home run number 30 on the year. And the Red Sox jump in front. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Tristan Casas stands in now and watches strike 1. Red Sox leading it by 2, and we're just getting started here in the top of the 1st. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitcher
couldn't catch up to the heater. 2 runs for Boston on the home run, and it's 2-0. Back here in Denver, and today's starter, Nick Pivetta. What do we have on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Charlie Blackmon. The wind and the pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And the right-hander deals. That misses. And now 2-0.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that's a little bit high. And that's ball three. Just a few pitches in, but not very sharp on the mound in the home half of the first.
Boog, when you can score some runs for your pitcher in that first inning, you really want him to come out and shut that other team down so you guys can get back in the dugout and swing the bats. You've obviously got some hot sticks in the early part of this one.
O'Neill on his horse. Lays out and makes the play.
Such an impressive display of athleticism while making the catch. It takes so much mental focus to pull it off, especially in the outfield. Just a fantastic play to rob a hit.
Two outs, base is empty. Now here's Nolan Jones. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Red Sox already leading. Right through there for a strike.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
A little bit high. 2-1. That one missed.
3-1.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Jones off of first with 2 away. Next pitch is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Outs and 1 in scoring position. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Run comes in from second. It's 2-1, and he's got a double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And in scoring position with 2 away. Now the Rockies catcher, Elias Diaz. That one finds the zone. Strike one. The pitch. Fought off foul. Next pitch is outside. Wouldn't chase that time. And here it comes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Second inning coming up here in Denver. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Rockies 1. Back here at Coors Field, and now the DH, number 47.
And Manuel Valdez.
Marquez back to work. In the air, left field. Bouchard sizes this one up. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Bryant pulls that one down, and there are 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Reese McGuire at the plate and takes high there. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2. And a pitch.
Ball. 3-0.
That one's in there. And the count is 3-1. And there's ball 4.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Stepping in, Wilyer Abreu, and that's just foul. McGuire off of first with 2 away. Out towards right center field. Jones sizing this one up. Corrals it. And that is that. And the Red Sox leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Is this redemption for my soul?
of the second. And now the first baseman, Chris Bryant.
The first baseman, Chris Bryant.
The line to kick the pitch. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Ball one there. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league. A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker, get that front foot down.
The 1-2. In the air, out towards left center. Yoshida makes the catch, and there's one gone.
No left field.
Sean Bouchard digging in for the Rockies. And that's in for a strike.
No ball. One strike.
On the ground, right side. Slings to first. That's out number 2.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. And our score remains 2-1. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Trevor Story. Story, a former All-Star, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2011. Right through there for a strike. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. On the run, sends it over to first. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
Here's the second baseman, Vaughn Grissom. Hit by a pitch his first time up. And that's in there at the knees. Here goes the runner. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Brings it in.
The left number 7, Masataka Yoshida.
Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1. This one lifted in the air, left field. Drops into the glove.
Now down. Third baseman, Rafael.
Here's Rafael Devers. He's already homered in this game. And he grounds one to the right side. Tosses to first, and the inning is over. One left for the Red Sox, but they still lead it 2-1. Bottom of the inning, so in now for Colorado, number 62. And the pitch. That one finds a corner. Strike one.
0-1.
That's a little bit low. The 1-1 is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And the righty deals. That one down the line and foul ball. And another ball. Not close with that one, and it's 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
Here's Chuck Nasty. His first at-bat was a strikeout. There's a strike. On the ground, 2-ball. Grissom flips it over to Story for one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Brendan Rodgers digging in for the Rockies. Pavetta pitch to first. It's low and gets away. Way outside, and that's ball 1. The Rockies trailing by a run here in the last half of the third. Here's a high chopper. Off-balance feed. There's 1. And that's 2. Nothing doing here this half. 3 innings complete. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Rockies 1. And we're back out of the 4th. Now batting Tristan Casas. Here comes a pitch. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
That's off the mark. Now 1 and 2. And a pitch. That one just misses. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The pitch. Struck him out without a swing. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball to knees. Now it's the DH. Fly to left his first time. And that's in there for strike 1. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
The baseball's coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Bryant pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Tyler O'Neill up next for the Red Sox. Popped out and foul ground first time through. That one not close. Ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time. Next offering is in for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
The catch, number
2 outs, runner at first. So stepping in for Boston, Reese McGuire over to first, and he's saved. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
O'Neill, the runner at first with 2 gone. And down on strikes. And that will end the inning. And the Red Sox lead 1. They lead it 2-1. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Now it's the right fielder, Nolan Jones. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
That's the ball.
And takes low for ball 1.
Well, these Rockies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Right through there for a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Left-hand hitter waits. That one fouled off. 2-2. The pitch. And that one is inside.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Now just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Rockies, Ryan McMahon. Ball 1, no strikes.
1-0.
Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
The Rockies down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. The pitch. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That one backed up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And now it's Elias Diaz. Struck out swinging his first time. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. The Red Sox leading by a run here in the second game of the series. And it's even up. 9, and that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. We'll often hear the phrase short to it, running through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
2 on, 1 out. Here's Chris Bryant now. That pitch clips the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The 0-1. That catches the corner.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And the next pitch is way outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. On his way over. He's got it. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Sean Bouchard digging in for the Rockies. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And a good eye there. And a 1-0. And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that's in for a strike. McMahon on third. Diaz on at first with 2 down. That's ripped into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That is the inning. 2 left for Colorado, and they trail it here 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Marquez back to work. Foul ball there. Kicks and fires. To the right side. The throw to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
And that's outside. And that is ball 1. And that's a strike. 1 out, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The wind of the pitch. Good eye right there.
It's a good take.
Next pitch, not close, up high. Liner snapped it first.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Vaughn Grissom.
No.
Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
There's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good compliment.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break.
This is my life, this is my pain, this is my life, yeah, this is what I was born to do, yeah, I was born to do, yeah, this is what I'm made for, every single moment that I'm living, I can feel it on the stage floor, you don't know the half of what I'm...
Back here in Denver, and now the shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. The right-hander back to work. Swung on, and there it goes. It is high. It is far. It is gone. He powers that one out of here. His 9th homer of the year, and they tie it up. It's 2-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely fantastic on this ball.
And now the center fielder. He reached out to walk his first time. That misses. Ball 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Righty to the plate. That one pulled foul. Nobody on, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. In the air, left field. Yoshida makes the grab, 1 away.
Up next for Colorado, the designated hitter.
Now it's Charlie Blackmon. First pitch, not close. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls, no strike.
One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. And he deals. That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
And that's in the dirt. And the count's full.
Okay.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Kicks and deals. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Nick Pivetta is done, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. On the mound now, Garrett Whitlock.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season in keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Brendan Rodgers digging in for the Rockies. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Blackman leads off first with one away. That one the other way. Grissom off balance feed. There's one, and that's quick work out of the pen. One batter, 2 outs, inning over. The Rockies get one by way of the long ball. 2-2 game. Top 6. Now the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. And a pitch.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely. You know, these Red Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. He's already homered here in this one. Ground ball up the middle. And Devers is set down.
The bat, the first baseman, Tristan.
So stepping in for Boston, Tristan Casas, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Well struck left field. That's back there. Into the bleachers and gone. Home run number 15 on the year. And just like that, they're out front. It's 3-2. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
2 outs, nobody on. Now here's the Red Sox DH. Just missed. A wind and a pitch. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're the top half of the 6th. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two outs. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, a few things can go wrong when you are delivering a pitch. That grip, slip out of your hand, release point, wind up, all of those things. And I think it's safe to say at least one of those, if not more than one, got away from him.
That's to third. Over to Rodgers. And that is the inning. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Well, we go bottom 6, and now the right fielder, Nolan Jones. And a pitch. And ball 1 to the right fielder. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Brennan Bernardino appears to be getting loose. Winkowski warming up as well. Pitch misses outside. Now 2-0. And fouled off.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That just misses. And a full count now. Ryan McMahon up next for the Rockies. 3-2 now. Goes down looking.
A big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound. No question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Ryan McMahon. Just missed. Whitlock, a 6'5" righty. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slurve, and he works in a four-seamer. 1 down, base is empty. Swung out, belted, deep. That one went back there, and that one's gonna land not so much here, but here. He sends it out of here. It's 3-3.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Elias Diaz digging in for the Rockies. On the ground to the left. Story gets it to first, and that is out number 2.
Up next to follow up, the first baseman,
Chris Bryant gets a chance to hit here. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Next pitch is outside.
He hasn't wanted a challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Just missed. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. There's a strike, 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Downstairs, and it misses, ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Bouchard in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Bryant off of first with 2 away. That one ripped, but foul. The next offering misses. Going to count 1-2. Devers throws to first, and that will end the inning. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. We're tied now at 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. Here's Reese McGuire.
Leading off the Boston, the catcher, number 3, Reese
Marquez
McGuire.
back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Activity in the bullpen. Jake Bird getting ready to go. Beeks, the lefty, warming up as well. 0-1. That's inside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bounce to the right side. Rogers throws to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Up next for the Red Sox, the center fielder, Wilyer.
And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Called strike right there. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. This to third. Over to Bryant. And a couple of quick outs. Here's Trevor Story now. And that one wrapped foul.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
2 down, nobody on. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Trevor Story bops one out of here. His 2nd homer of this series. Just like that, they move in front. It's 4-3. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. German Marquez is done in this one, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Righty reliever out of the pen, Jake Bird.
Don't expect to see a whole lot of swings and misses, but he's going to compete out there on the mound.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now it's the 2nd baseman, Vaughn Grissom. That one ripped left field. Out of here, a home run off the foul pole. They go back-to-back, his 11th of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 5-3. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. No, this thing was hooking down the line the entire way. We knew it was going to be close, and bang, right off the left field pole. That was a pretty swing, and he found a way to keep his hands inside just enough to keep it fair.
Next to hit, Masataka Yoshida. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Two outs. Rogers to first, out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 5-3. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on The Show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brennan Bernardino.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So in now for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar, 1 for 2. The pitch. That's a strike.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Strike 2.
0-2.
At the belt and fires. And there's a ball.
1-2.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And the pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Here comes a pitch. Just misses with that one. Ground off the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Just kept it simple and played pepper with the middle of the infield. Took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's the center fielder. Off the plate, and it's 1-0.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate. Fouled off. He was late. And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tying run at the plate. Swang at a ball popped up. Story settles underneath it. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Now the designated hitter,
So the Rockies lineup turns over. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Charlie Blackmon. There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with a fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
And a pitch. Strike on the inside corner.
Well, a good breaking ball like that can buckle the hitter, and by the time you realize it's going to be in the strike zone, it's too late to pull the trigger.
And ball 1.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
And misses inside. With the tying run at the plate, here at the bottom of the 7th. And that skips into there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Over to Story for 1. Over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Rockies 3. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Rafael Devers. And here it comes. Hit on the ground to the right side. Bryant steps on the bag, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
The first baseman, Tristan Casas.
And next for the Red Sox, Tristan Casas. He had a big swing back in the 6th. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
That one missed. Red Sox by 2, and we're in the top of the 8th. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Left-hand batter waits. And he grounds one back up the middle. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here now the Red Sox DH. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And it's fouled away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Casas over at first with 1 away.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one way inside. Got him looking for the K. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Oh, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. No, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Tyler O'Neill digs in now, 1 for 3. Slapped foul. Right through there for a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for the Red Sox, and it remains 5-3. back now. New pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Kenley Jansen. He has a great slider with tons of movement. So in now for Colorado, Brendan Rodgers.
The second baseman.
And the pitch. And takes low for ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Chris Martin preparing to come on if needed. Hendricks getting cranked up as well. And the right-hander deals. Fought off foul. And the righty deals. And the slider catches the zone.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
Righty delivers. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Stays alive. The pitch. Good eye in that spot. 2-2 now. And that's down and away. Kick, the 3-2. And down on strikes he goes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
And here is Nolan Jones. Just missed. Jansen, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a two-seamer, and he works in a slider. The 1-0. Hard hit left side. Sends it across the first. And that quickly, 2 away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
And the batter now, Ryan McMahon.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
First pitch, and he just misses. Two down, nobody on. That clips the corner.
1-1.
The pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Two outs. Chopped out in front of the plate. Sends it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Rockies. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jalen Beeks.
His first test will be from the left side, and that's been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
Here's the catcher, Reese McGuire.
The catcher, number 3, Reese McGuire.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. On the ground to third. Tosses across to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
And now, Wilyer Abreu. Beeks goes 5 feet 11 inches, 215 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And there's a strike. And a swing and a miss.
This started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
The miss struck him out. And 2 away now.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Trevor Story. He sent one out of here in the 7th.
Yeah, big moment in this game as well. It was a great swing, and one of the reasons why they're out in front and looking to add on right here.
Gets the outside corner with that one. Oh, 1 now. The shortstop takes the ball. Pitches in there. And the count 1-2. And now the lefty. Swing and a miss. And he got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Rockies 3. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Chris Martin. He last pitched 2 days ago. Elias Diaz digging in for the Rockies.
The catcher, Diaz.
The pitch. Out to short. Whips it to Casas. And a quick out, number 1.
The first baseman, number 23, Chris Bryant.
So up next, Chris Bryant. In the air, right field. O'Neill on his horse. Makes the grab on the run. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Rockies down to their last out. Sean Bouchard now at the plate. First pitch misses. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. That's in there, and that is strike 2. This could end it. And another ball. Wouldn't chase that time.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw in hopes the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So a change being made out at second. And here's the pinch runner, Randy Doyle. So 2 down. And now the center fielder. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. So the tying run at second. There's the strike. With the winning run at the plate here in the last half of inning number 9. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Kicks and fires. And that's off the inside edge. It's 2-2. And he deals. That one missing inside. So both runners should be on the move here on the full count pitch.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie up this ball game. See if he can find some open grass in the outfield.
3-2 on the way. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Right-handed reliever. Got him! And the crowd goes home disappointed as this one draws to a close.
This team has won the series with the win in this game today, so you got your eye on a sweep. It's not going to be easy to do. When you're on the road, home team is always fighting to keep themselves alive. So got to come out, execute, play really good baseball tomorrow to complete this sweep.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.
We came to start it. Bring the paper for the pressure, wrap them up like origami. Yo, la-di-da-di. We came to start it. It's pepper if they ever want a problem in this party. Yo. Yo. Yo.
We gon' do the most, yes. Foot all on they flesh, yes. Oh, you wanted to ghost now. Made it out alive, I'm blessed. Leave on other guys now. We was trying to ride together.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the Rockies, 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They left 9 runners on base. Time for the ball game, 3 hours and 3 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening.